welcome back to Penny and the Pea, my pregnancy vlog. I'm so excited to start our first video, and today I'm going to be talking about the first trimester. Before I get into that though, I just wanted to give you guys a little background on the name behind the vlog. A couple months ago I started a baby planning business called Penny and the Pea, basically a business to help moms plan for baby. And with all of the prerequisite courses I've been doing for nursing school, I haven't been able to give as much attention as I would like to that business. But I thought that this vlog would be a great way to reach out to mommies that was a little bit less time consuming. So it is still linked to my baby planning business called Penny and the Pea. And if you want to check out my website, it's www.pennyandthepea.com. So today we're going to talk about the first trimester, and before each topic, I'm basically going to do some icebreakers, which is basically 3 questions that I'm going to go over. The first one is going to be a favorite product I'm using. The second one is going to be a favorite pregnancy book that I may be reading at the time. And then the third is going to be a pregnancy symptom that I'm currently experiencing. So my favorite product that I'm using right now is my Bump Nest pregnancy pillow. It is so unbelievably comfortable and has given me amazing night's rest. I actually got it when I first found out that I was pregnant and didn't even have a belly, but I just couldn't sleep and I was so uncomfortable, and it just is basically a body pillow with neck support and back support and all these good things that you need when your body is changing. Again, that's called the Bump Nest, and I just got that from their website. And I had an amazing friend send me another pregnancy pillow as a gift, and that's called the Leech Co. I think it's called the Snoogle, and you can get that on Amazon. Also a great pregnancy pillow. I think it's just as long as you have one and it works for you, then that's great. You can try multiples. Some of them are shaped a little bit differently, but a must-have, I think, for anyone, even if you're not pregnant, because it's just so unbelievably comfortable. A book that I'm reading right now, I'm not really reading it because it's actually a journal, and it's called The Belly Book. It's a little pregnancy journal where you can document your photos, your ultrasounds, your cravings, and it's divided into trimesters. It's just a really great space, so you have room for pictures and stuff here. And you can be really creative with it. And the reason I really like this book is because it's a nice way when you're feeling really icky during the first trimester to connect with your baby and kind of write down all these things that are going on. And I think it would be really great to go back and look at it after baby is born. It's just really fun, especially if you're creative and you like to scrapbook or journal. It's just nice to take those 10 minutes out of your day and kind of connect, especially when you're not really feeling any kicks and you don't have a belly and it's that weird first trimester where you kind of don't feel like you have a baby, but all these other things are happening to your body. So on that note, and one more thing, my pregnancy symptoms. So this week it's definitely increased body temperature. I am so hot all the time. I feel like I have to wear layers wherever I go because I'll be in a room and be like, is it hot in here? And, my friends are like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So it's very weird for me because I'm always the girl who has to bring an extra sweater and an extra jacket, and I'm always freezing, and it's just completely different now. So I don't know if that's pregnancy or Denver's weather is getting warmer, but I definitely feel that that's a huge difference. So today I wanted to just share a little bit about my experience with the first trimester. I think a lot of people feel like the first trimester is the hardest, and then I've had some friends who were like, I didn't even know I was pregnant until I was like 10 weeks, and I wasn't nauseous or anything, and that was definitely not me. I feel like I had every pregnancy symptom in the book. Mostly the nausea and vomiting, which was so funny because I found out I was pregnant at 5 weeks, and around, 6 or 7 weeks, I was a little queasy and had a little, few food aversions, and I was like, I can definitely do this. This is so doable. I've had stomach flus that are way worse than this. And then week 8 hit, and I felt like I had been hit by a truck. It was in the morning, it was at night. If I took a shower, that was too hot. If you know, we were cooking dinner and we were cooking onions, it would just like send me. I remember I smelled some watermelon in our fridge that was in a Tupperware and just like gagged into the trash can. It was just so bizarre, and I never knew what was going to set me off and what wasn't. It was pretty miserable. So a couple of tips, you know, things that worked for me. The C-bands didn't work for me, but they may work for you. They're these little bands that you wear for seasickness. They're supposed to help with a certain pressure point and relieve the nausea. And I have to say that I did end up taking medication. I took Zofran. My doctor said it was very safe, and I really needed it to function and to make it to class and participate in my anatomy dissections, which was very difficult. But again, just talk to your doctor. You know, they will put you on the right path as far as medication or not, and it's whatever, you know, you're more comfortable with, but you do have options. Some of the other things that really helped me were hard candies. So I really did not like ginger. It did not work for me. I felt like it was disgusting and it made me more nauseous. So I went for more like sour candies. I got some organic lollipops that were a little bit sour. I remember my husband brought home some Sour Patch Kids, and it just really helped. Lemon really helps. You can actually just bite into the lemon or smell it, and it really kind of eases that nausea, especially if it's up in your throat and your gag reflexes are really sensitive. And the other thing that I learned was to eat, which is really difficult when you're not feeling great. But if I ate every hour and a half to 2 hours and just made sure that my stomach didn't get empty, you know, I wouldn't get to that point where I felt like I had to throw up. And so I had crackers next to my bed, and I made sure to have water all the time and just sipped it slowly so I didn't get dehydrated. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I am at 14 weeks, and I'm still pretty nauseated and still on medication, but it has gotten so much better. And some of the things that I experienced during the first trimester, like I just felt like my hair was frizzier and my face was breaking out and my skin was dry, and like I just didn't feel like myself. And after the first trimester, I think those feelings start to go away and you start to feel a little bit more comfortable in your own skin. You know, it is a huge transition, and there are a lot of hormones that are working against you kind of, but working for baby. And again, really connecting with baby. Ultrasounds really helped me. It was so exciting to see the heartbeat and to see the baby growing, because it reminded me that this was all for a reason. You know, it wasn't just like some weird 12-week stomach flu that was never going to go away, because it really did feel like that sometimes. Other things that I did were I tried to get outside and take walks. Other than that, I wasn't really able to be super active, but when I was feeling good, I would try to go for a walk or go out to dinner. My doctor did say that if I had a craving, to just go for it. Don't worry about what you're eating in the first trimester. And I sort of did that for like 3 or 4 days, and I ate pizza and whatever. But it didn't really make me feel so good, so I stuck to eating the healthy food that I normally made. I would just make it at home, so if I was craving a grilled cheese, I would just make it at home on whole wheat bread, and so it made me feel better, and it wasn't super processed. So that helped me a lot. And then I had a friend who kind of had the same issues that I did, and her doctor told her to drink flat, warm Coke in the morning, first thing in the morning, like literally before her feet hit the ground. So I never got to try that. I did do some carbonated drinks. I always had sparkling water and Sprite on hand, but that's also an interesting one. I don't know if that would maybe help you. I know this is all about nausea, because that's all I could think about for 12 weeks was, how do I get through the next hour? How do I make it? And the only time I wasn't nauseous was when I was sleeping. So sometimes I would just go to bed at 8 o'clock. And, you know, it was just kind of to give me a break from that, like, never-ending feeling like the world was spinning. So I know that's not a lot of super positive stuff about the first trimester, but basically my message is there's a lot of things that can help you. You just need to find out what they are. I know for a lot of pregnant women, cold things really help, so popsicles, having that in your fridge. and just it's kind of trial and error, and you will figure out what makes you feel better and kind of a schedule. You'll know times that you're going to feel better, so you can go and hang out with friends and sort of get your mind off of it. Distraction is a huge thing. And just rest, because that helps the nausea as well. And it's just a very exciting time, but my main message is don't feel bad if it's not perfect and you're not glowing. It can be a really big transition no matter how ready you feel. And I think we all go through it. The best thing to do is to talk to friends, and you will be so surprised as to how many people went through the same thing that you're going through now. And that was one of the best things for me, was just feeling like I wasn't alone. So that's the whole point that I'm making these movies too, these little videos, so that, it's really nice to have a community of women who support each other and share what they're going through. A lot of vlogs that I've watched recently have really helped me through these last couple of weeks of my pregnancy. So I really hope that that was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, I'd love to hear from you. And if you are pregnant right now, be well and be healthy. And I'm really excited to do another video blog very soon. Hope you all have a great, wonderful, beautiful day. Thank you.